Beef tendon, an unexpected and unpopular ingredient in the US. We don't really see this often, and I don't know that I've ever had any American food that contains beef tendon. Pretty much every other country uses it in their cuisine. You'll see it in a lot of soups, and people tend to eat it boiled. And today, I'm going to teach you a delicious way to prepare this nutritious animal food that has plenty of good stuff for your body. We should be consuming more parts of the animal and eat all the edible parts that we can, and this is a really delicious and fun way to eat this. So let me show you a great way to prepare it and enjoy it.
This comes from the Achilles tendon, but you can really get whatever tendon is most available to you. I just like that this one is big chunks like this, because then after boiling it, I'll be able to slice them up into nice thin pieces. While there's some tendon that I've gotten that is just flat, and then when you boil it, it puffs up, and so chopping it into pieces just looks a little different. So this needs to boil for a few hours. I will let you know exactly how long it took by the time I am done. If you happen to have an Instant Pot, it'll go a lot faster and you would only need to pressure cook it for about an hour, but I don't have one of those, so I'm showing you how to do it on your stovetop, and I will show you what the tendon should look like when it's ready. So my beef tendon is done, and as you can see, it's very gelatinous. You want it to be soft and very gelatinous, kind of like a gummy texture. It's really hot, but you want it to really have a lot of jiggle to it. It's going to be very soft and just like jelly. I actually ended up boiling this for almost 5 hours. I think it was more like 4.5 hours. And now I am going to let it sit in the fridge overnight. Okay, so these have chilled in the fridge overnight, so they're a little more firm now. I'm going to slice these up pretty thin so that I can dehydrate them. If you happen to have a meat slicer, that'll work beautifully for this. I do not, so I gotta go by hand. Just, you can do whatever is convenient for you. And these are going to grow to be like 4 times their size when we cook them. You'll see. I have 2 trays of these, and we're about to dehydrate them in the oven. The reason why we want to dehydrate and draw out all the moisture is these are not going to fry properly if they have too much moisture in them, and we're looking for them to really crisp and puff up. We're going to dehydrate these at 240 degrees for a few hours. These guys are ready, so you want them to be hard, very hard. These took 4 hours to dehydrate on 240 degrees, and they're nice and hard. So now I'm gonna get some tallow heated up in my pan. Okay, I put a bunch of beef tallow in here. It's almost ready. You need it nice and hot before you throw any of the tendon in here, because then it won't crackle and puff up properly. Here we go. See, and it only takes a few minutes. And there we go. They're good. Look at that. It's like almost 5 times the size of what it was. Make sure all the sides get a chance to fry up. We don't want any chewy or bits that are too crunchy. Like in pork rinds, sometimes there are pieces that are too crunchy. Boom. I processed 200 grams of tendon, and this is the amount I got. I mean, this bowl is massive, and I've still got more dehydrating in here because I couldn't fit it all. So you're gonna get quite a lot out of this, and it really tastes just like popcorn. It's so good. Definitely recommend giving this a try. I love it. And if you are just carnivore and you do seasonings and stuff, you could put all sorts of delicious seasonings on here. You could put butter, you could put cheese, like just like you would dress up popcorn. This is amazing. So, hear that crunch? Highly recommend. This is a fun snack, and it just changes up the texture and the feel. And especially if you're someone who always like to have chips or popcorn or stuff like that. Here's a little snack for you, or a side. It's so good. I hope you try it. Let me know what you think.